Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be covering a September monthly spread, but before we do, I want to share the survey results with you from our previous video. So it looks like we have a ton of dog lovers out there, which is really cool, but I also had a lot of you comment about your different pets, so it was nice to learn more about you all. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into this spread video, but before we do, I want to say thank you so much for your support, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to do that below. Let's jump in. Now, as always, I like to take a quick trip down memory lane and kind of give you guys a recap of how the previous month went. And that's even if I didn't keep up with it or made mistakes, I still want you guys to see what really happens. So here is the August layout. I stuck with a simple dog theme, incorporating one color and sticking to the basics. Now, as you guys can see, the habit tracker went well, but the summer body layout did not. I definitely worked out throughout the entire month, but I just didn't see myself doing another layout like that, and so I'm going to try to change it up a bit. Gratitude log went well, and then here we are in the first weekly spread. You guys will notice I have a lot of empty spots and like incomplete weekly spreads, but the weeks just got really crazy. I had a lot of life changes in August, which I will be sharing with you guys, but this is kind of where I left August off, and this very last week was my last spread. And so now we're going to jump into September. So if you like videos like this, be sure to let me know below, and here's where the time lapse begins. Okay, so welcome to the time lapse. Now you guys may have seen that a little bit of this layout was already done, and it's because I had my fiance hit the camera and I guess he didn't actually hit record, and so that's what happened. So I decided to go with a New York based theme because of course I live in New York, I was born in New York, and so I figured why not pay homage to the city that I love. And this quote that you guys see at the top is of course from Frank Sinatra, from his infamous song New York, New York. And while I want to do a lot of like the skyline and things like that, I didn't want to overdo it, and so I chose to do these small clouds here for key dates, and then the huge cloud that's going to hold the September header. And just like August, we're going to stick with a really simple theme overall because September is going to be pretty crazy for me. Like I mentioned previously, August was really crazy because Dustin and I were planning a move from our current apartment in Harlem to somewhere in Brooklyn. I was actually born in Brooklyn, and while I love all parts of New York, I just feel comfortable in that particular borough, and we just wanted to kind of get away from this current area and try something new. And so because I had Brooklyn on the mind, you guys can see that I went ahead and drew out the Brooklyn Bridge here. And when it comes to the apartment hunt and all of that, I actually have been capturing footage, and that will actually be the next video that I share with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I know that I personally like to see apartment hunts and like New York vlogs and things like that, so I figured I would share it with you as well. So beyond looking for a new apartment, which is always crazy if you live in New York City, I also got a recent promotion at work, and so that has also kept me extremely busy. Based on how life is going for me dictates what kind of layout I decide to go with. And so the really elaborate ones like the Shell Silverstein and things like that, unfortunately, are not best for a time like this. And that's what I think is so cool about the bullet journal, is you can just adapt and change depending on how your life is going and what you need at that point in time. And to start off my first weekly layout, I am using a quote from the infamous show Sex and the City, and this was one that was said by Carrie Bradshaw. And it says, "That's another reason I love New York. Just like that, it can go from bad to cute." And I will tell you guys from living here, from experience, this is so true. I almost feel this way like on a weekly basis. And just like August, I am choosing to anchor the theme with the quote and then putting a little doodle in the corner to keep things, I guess, cute and decorative. And you all may see me utilizing a few different tools in this video. Always know that they will be in the description bar below with links as well. And as always, I go back and erase all of my pencil markings at the very end to prevent any smudging or smearing. And while I was only going to stick to the gray color, I felt like gray was very muted. It just didn't seem like enough. And so I went with a Tombow dual brush pen in a pink color to give it a bit of a pop. And I know this little cart seems so simple, but if you live in New York, you know that it screams New York because it's on every street corner, and so I had to include it. It's the little things, you guys. And we are all done. So here is a September spread, complete with all little New York typical things that you would see, like skylines, bridges, taxi cabs, street corners, things like that. Now I left this page empty because I'm not sure what I want to put here just yet. I know I want it to be fitness related, but I'm not sure exactly what. But once I do put something there, I'll be sure to update you all. And my first weekly spread is done. Now, before I finish off, I'm going to quickly go in here and add some of my social updates just so I have that done. And of course, some quick September goals. So that's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you all so very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Yo. Look at